Good morning, guys. This is me. I've been not with you guys for a little while, and there are many reasons for that. You see, firstly, my intention was to allow Guyanese of Indian origin to understand the realities of their government. But what I've noticed is that, and I'm gonna say this for a long, long time to come, like the black people in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, the ones who adored Barnum and what he stood for, the ones who made him gods, are the primary reason why we're having Bar Jagdeo and his evil team in there today. How is that? It seems like we're repeating this mistake over and over again. And if you don't want to think, and if your mind is too limited, you don't need to listen to this. Just scroll the other way. But for those people who understand that trauma has a reverberating effect on the human psyche, trauma. Indians experienced severe trauma in those days, and they're not voting Bar Jagdeo and Irfan Ali and that drunky attorney general guy you got there. They're not voting for them because of love anymore. It's because they're seeing every time they vote for them, they're remembering the color of the skin that caused them trauma. The skin color that caused them trauma. So black people, I want you to take responsibility. And you younger guys, don't hate me. I love you more than ever before. I love you once. You know why I love a lot? I mean the younger generation, especially black younger generation, especially because they have grown past where their parents was. If they didn't, PNC would still be the majority today. But the Indian people, when I ask them, knowing that all these things are, all these stealing and all these evil things your PPP government is doing, why do you still go ahead and vote for them? The remarks are usually racist. But it's not racist, I think. It's more like trauma. It's like they remember. Their parents would have told them. And these are the things that would stand out in their minds. They wouldn't understand the economics. I mean, I agree that Barnum, I also agree at the same vein that Barnum didn't respect his people. What he had in his mind is what he expected, to work, even though it didn't work for the ordinary Guyanese people. He wanted it to work. And what am I saying there? I'm saying that he could have gone and do what Hoyt did, take loans and all that. He didn't do that. He could have set Guyana on a better footing. He didn't respect people enough. Because remember, he rigged all the elections. And I want you Guyanese to recognize that all the things that Barnum did to Cherry Jagan yesterday, Bar Jagdeo and his team are doing to Azruddin today. So who you think is going to be the next government? That's easy to know, isn't it? Because overwhelmingly, it takes a lot to push people on the other side. And what I'm going to tell you is that a great percentage of black people voted for Cherry Jagan in 1992. So shift does happen, but it does take time. What I want to recognize today is it took you 3 months to have the balls to swear in your enemy. You know why he is your enemy? That is Azruddin. You know why he's your enemy? Because you're afraid of him. You're afraid that he will start skinning up you. And I'm speaking to Bar Jagdeo, Ali, and those guys that really hold the PPP dearly and squarely. And I'm telling you, I'm absolutely certain that in the hierarchy of PPP, there's still probably 20% with conscience who are like, God, them a thief plenty, man. How they gonna stop? And there are probably about the next 30% who is like, man, them a thief too much now, you know. And of course, they're the thieves who have no conscience at all. You know why they're afraid of Azruddin? Because he knows them the way they know themselves. He was part and parcel of the billionaire hierarchy. He knows what they do. He knows how they do it. And the only person that knows why Bharat is going after him is Azruddin himself. Bharat is this kind of a vindictive person. If he's going to get you, he's going to get you. He's going to get you. He's going to go all out to get you. But he doesn't know. And that's how evil works. He doesn't know that this world is wronged. And regardless of how high you throw a ball, it comes back down. There are laws of cause, effect, karma, whatever you want to call it. So, his vindictiveness pushed Azruddin Muhammad to fight and gave him the courage and the impetus to do what he is doing best. And the guy has that thing inside of his chest where he can, like, he's looking at you, you know, but his head works. He doesn't talk a lot, and talking is very difficult for him. But I think he's going to be one of the greatest spokesmen on the planet. Eventually. Just like that Dumbo you got there, Irfan Ali, he still reads and makes mistakes all the time. But Indians think he's the greatest kid on the block. Whatever. And they don't like me because I'm Indian. My hair get gray, but I'm still an Indian. Why is it they don't like me? All they should do is they should recognize, and our problem here also is to recognize the difference between truth and lies. Every one of the people that came to you in times past, Chedi Jagan did. I am telling you the truth, comrades this and comrades that. Truth is not sacred to any color or race. And stealing is not sacred to any color and race. Barnum stole his fair share, and these guys are stealing their fair share. I'm sure that in 5 years' time that would change. You know what I wanted to say today? Because they have the power, they don't care about the will of the people. They don't care about fairness, and that's PPP in government. They're giving Azruddin 6 days to study their budget and respond. It's an arduous task. I had a discussion with Harbhajan, and I know how difficult that is. But like Hussein mentioned in one of the comments, select areas, do the work. And politicians never really have to get it right, but they have to know the underlying reasons for the evil that happens. And there's always evil in governments like these. And it's not difficult to identify. Find the evil, identify it, beat it home, and become or continue becoming your strong opposition.